Chris Jones, the great Chiefs defensive lineman, wants a new contract. The team reportedly is optimistic it'll get done before camp begins. It'll be interesting to see what the contract is. We've talked in the past about this cluster of guys who have signed new contracts at the defensive tackle position this offseason in the range of $22.5 to $23.5 million per year in new money. Then you've got Aaron Donald north of $30 million. He's the outlier. So where is Chris Jones trying to land between Aaron Donald and everybody else? It's like $8 million a year in a gap between those two ends. My guess all along has been Chris Jones is trying to get Aaron Donald money. And Chris Jones isn't maybe exactly as dominant as Aaron Donald, but he's pretty damn close. And as I've said many times before, they don't win Super Bowl 54 without Chris Jones freaking out Jimmy Garoppolo and getting him to not throw the ball over the middle of the field after batting a ball or two down in the second half. And there was a play when George Kittle was wide open, but Jimmy Garoppolo was not going to mess with it because he knew Chris Jones was there. And then in the AFC Championship game this past year, without Chris Jones, I don't think the Chiefs get to the Super Bowl because he stepped up when it felt like the Bengals were going to go down the field and win the game with a field goal or a touchdown. Chris Jones stepped up, harassed Joe Burrow enough to get the ball back, and then the Chiefs did their thing on offense. So I think that the core of this is the Chiefs hope they can get the Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce Jedi mind trick to apply to Chris Jones, because you've got Mahomes consciously taking less. He's $7 million per year behind the top of the market. You've got Travis Kelce, who recently told Vanity Fair that as long as he's winning, he's fine with being underpaid. I think they'd like Chris Jones to sign on to that commitment as well. And I don't think he will, and I don't think he should. He plays a position that doesn't guarantee him the number of years that Mahomes and Kelce will have. This is his last best chance to get paid. The moment he's no longer delivering is the moment that the Chiefs no longer will keep him. Just ask Frank Clark. So get what you can while you can, especially if you don't get to play as many years as the skill position players who are protected by the rules more thoroughly and completely than a defensive tackle is protected. So I know Chiefs fans want to get mad at me. Oh, you think that the Chiefs are bad because they underpay their players? Like, I don't think they're bad. I think it's good for the Chiefs. It works. But is it right for the players? Are they getting their fair share? That's what it's all about. Just getting your fair share. Is Patrick Mahomes really getting his fair share? There was a photo of this mansion he's building. And somebody tweeted at me, see, you still think he doesn't have enough? That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what he's doing with the money he has. The question is he getting enough? Does he deserve more? Because every dollar he doesn't get is going to someone else. He's subsidizing other players on his team, and he's helping Clark Hunt maybe squirrel some money away. That's really the bottom line. How much cash is the team spending? Is Clark Hunt spending every dollar? Is he using every cent available under the salary cap because he's got a quarterback who's deliberately taking less? If I'm Patrick Mahomes, I want to know that that money's being used to give me the best possible team. And if Chris Jones is going to be stubborn about what he wants, and if he deserves to get market value, if he deserves to catch Aaron Donald because he's not going to get to play as many years as I am, then so be it. Give him that money. Give him the money that otherwise would go to me. But that's what a great quarterback like Mahomes and Brady in the past has agreed to do. Subsidize the lesser players on the team, the ones who aren't as good as him, the ones who aren't as central to the effort to win, but are still necessary compliments to the quarterback. Be interesting to see what Chris Jones gets. And if they do work it out, maybe it's just wishful thinking. Maybe they're trying to speak it into existence. But the bottom line is that's one of the big veteran contracts that remains unresolved. And there are other defensive tackles trying to get paid too. But Chris Jones is the one that is the most important to the effort of the Chiefs to be the first team to repeat in 20 years. If the Chiefs are going to do it, they need him. They need him to be all in. They need him to feel like he's being treated fairly, and they need him to be playing at a very high level.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.